changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way I made. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You've been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gonna hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I.
Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
Scottis.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo, we stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running. So one team over here is Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC4L. All day, every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We got to go to free agency, then we got to go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live. What's
yes,
good
sir.
With y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. And hey, I have the privilege of being with the worst person that I actually know.
Wait a minute.
Man, beneath me, reporting live from the depths of hell. Oh, landlord, Mr. Nefarious, Mr. Criminal,
Wow.
Mr. Diabolical, terrorist.
I have no record, by the way.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Damn.
Tell us why you ain't got no record, landlord.
That boy said, that's what they all say. Are you a officer in another life here? Let me know, man. Good Lord.
Man, I am just a truth speaker. You know, when you around so much diabolicalness, like, see, what landlord didn't tell you is that I ain't gonna go that far. You remember what we had talked about dude from your town?
Ah, man, yeah, he a super villain.
Yeah, he idolized you.
Nah, don't do that. Hell no.
When the police went to his house, he found pictures of Lynn.
Listen, y'all, we got to talk about this. Listen, y'all, it is a young gentleman. Well, nah, he's not a gentleman. He's the scum. He's the scum of the earth. Just to be honest with y'all.
Oh my God!
Listen, this man. Allegedly, I don't know if it's proven yet, but this man allegedly is being charged and accused of committing 14 murders in 14 months. So, if y'all want to say landlord from Birmingham, Alabama, we finna do a GoFundMe. These young, it's crazy out here, man. Lord, gee, this man... They say this man is killing all kind of people, man. Like, that is crazy. They say he ran up in a fire station and killed a fire department guy. He did a mass shooting at a club. This dude done did everything, man. Like, it's crazy out here. 14 murders in 14 months is ridiculous. He need the death penalty. Like, I don't, campaign for people to get murdered and lose their life, bro. But that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. He killing innocent people. They got him for a lot of stuff. So if he convicted, bro, and the city pretty much know who doing all this. So if he doing all that, bro, he gotta go. I'm sorry, like he gotta go. I'm happy he off the street. God dang.
Now, didn't you say that he was involved in your classmate murder?
Yeah, she ain't my classmate. She was a grade under me.
You
R.I.P. to her too, man. She was in the club. She was like an innocent bystander. She was in the club and just got killed, like from some crossfire because of something he had going on. So, man, and I think he young too. How old they say he was?
22.
22 years old. That's crazy, man. That's sad, bro. So, we gonna start this Save Landlord GoFundMe. So we gotta get up out of Birmingham, man. Move landlord to Dallas Fund. Goddamn shit. Well, Dallas probably ain't no better, to be honest, but
Hey,
I
ain't heard of no young. Listen, this man that killed more people than some Army veterans.
This man, they say he was responsible for like how many? What
8%.
Percentage of the murders?
8% of the violent. No, 8% of the violent crime in one city by one person is crazy.
That's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous.
Like, the world is literally a better. You know how they say the world is a better place without people? The world is literally a better place without this man.
It really is, bro. It really is, bro. Like, for real, like, all jokes aside, man, like, nobody should say free him. Nobody should ever say free that dude, bro. That he is a menace to society, a danger to the community. Let's say this, to be fair, if all of this stuff is true about him, because I can't say it is. I went there. You know what I'm saying? I went there. But if it finds out that he did all that stuff, bro, that's crazy, man. And I ain't never seen nobody they just dumping all this stuff on one person. It gotta be, you know what I'm saying? They gotta have evidence, bro. They gotta have stuff about it. Like, they don't just pile up murders on one person.
JVB boy said the state of Montana will accept you, man.
All right, I'm gonna come out there. Hey, Montana, that's where Yellowstone is. I don't know if you know about Yellowstone. I'm gonna holler at my Yellowstone folks.
I ain't watched it yet, but
Yellowstone gangster, man. Hey, shout out to my boy John and my boy Rip. Shout out to my boy Rip. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. John. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry about the spoilers, but
Man, don't fuck it up for me.
Hey, he abruptly ended the show, man. He wanted to get off the show, so they had to smack him real quick. But let's talk about some Cowboy stuff, man. I'm sorry,
man,
y'all.
I'm watching the Combine, man. Dallas Cowboys need a running back, and the running backs are running.
They running good too.
Hey, I'm gonna just talk about the ones that surprised me so far. I was talking shit like before we did the show, before we went on. I was talking shit because Quinshon Judkins was finna run. I told landlord, man, I don't care. He finna go out here run a 4.6, and I will still draft him. That man went out there and ran a 4.48 at his big old size. So pause. But yeah, we got our fastest running back of the day so far. Virginia Tech, Bayshul Tootin just ran a 4.38. He is officially the fastest running back so far. Hold on. Marcus Yearns. Okay, yeah, it's gonna hold with Tootin. Tootin from Virginia Tech. Just ran a 4.38. He so far is the fastest running back to have run so far. He just beat Jalen Blue time. Jalen Blue ran a 4.4 flat from Texas. So yeah, but Quinshon Judkins, that surprised me. Jalen Blue running again. Let's see he get a better time. He's skating. 4.39 for Jalen Blue. So anybody that I'm not the highest person on Jalen Blue, but if you can run a sub 4.4, you're what I need as a running back, dog. Because I need.
I think we need a complete running back though, not just a speedster. You know what I'm saying?
You need more than one running back. What you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, I think Rico can.
I think Rico need to get the fuck out the way.
I really do need. I need a dynamic nobody's like Saquon, but I need a dude of that ilk, like somebody who's good or great at like a few things and then very good at the other things. Like Saquon, great at almost all of it. So you probably ain't gonna be able to get that. But if I could get, like, say for instance, if it's 5 categories, if I can get a dude that's great at 3 and then very good at the other 2, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want out of my back. And then I get a speedster to pair with him. That's the ideal backfield for me. You know what I'm saying? You need to change of pace speedster back. I can't view Rico as a change of pace back. I view Rico as a lower tier all around back. What you think about that?
I agree with you, but you know, if you got somebody that's great, then you put in somebody that's subpar. That's a change of pace. You went from a Maserati to a Camry.
That's a change of
talent.
That's a change of talent. Change of pace is how fast you're going. Like paces, you know what I'm saying, tempo and stuff like that. Not getting worse. Like that's not what we're trying to do here. Like what you doing over there, man?
Middling y'all. Donovan Edwards. I like Donovan Edwards, but I don't think he's the kind of back I want. Like really, when we talk about backs, man, Quinshon Judkins can block and he can run between the tackles, and he showed that he got more speed than people give him credit for. Of course, the big name. Like I told y'all who the 3 backs were. The one that had a disappointing 40 time for me though was Caleb Johnson. Like I said,
is Neal gonna run?
David Neal ran a 4.6.
That's slightly slow, but he all around back though. I like him still. I like him.
That's a lot slower than I thought he'd run.
His game speed don't say that though.
It doesn't, but you know, his game tape also said that he played at Kansas and he wasn't playing the SEC and he wasn't playing. You know,
I'ma always have an asterisk on them other guys. I'm sorry.
DJ Giddens surprised me because DJ Giddens is a big boy and he still ran a 4.43.
Unless you in a big program, like I ain't gonna just be biased to the Southeastern Conference. I'm gonna say if you're not playing the top athletes in the country, it's gonna come with an asterisk for me.
You know that's why. Listen, that's why the Oregon game was so important for somebody like Ashton Genty. Like you went crazy on Oregon. They got guys from the entire defensive line that's going to get drafted. You know what I'm saying? And Genty went out there and cloud them boys. Yeah, I would take a fly on DJ Giddens, though. I got to look up, put his metrics back up. Listen, he's not Deuce Vaughn before we start there. DJ Giddens is listed as 6'1".
Oh, yeah. What the hell now?
Yeah, he's 6'1" and just ran a 4.4. So, yeah, I'll take a fly on him.
So, I had asked the question. I think that was maybe on the show with us or either Boss. Would you want to pair up 2 rookies, a rookie and a vet, or 2 vets? Like, it's multiple ways you can go about rebuilding this running back room. What you gonna do with Rico? I think that's the first question. And to be honest, man, Rico wasn't bad. Like Rico did good. He did an admirable job, I feel like. I feel good about what Rico did. I just want it to be better. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we could get better. That's the only difference is. Like, Rico was a strong 5 is average, 10 is Saquon, what he did last year.
He was about a 4.
You think he did below average?
He had 1 rushing touchdown.
God damn. Hold on, wait a minute. Roll that back. Roll that tape back. He had what now?
1 rushing touchdown.
Now, you know a lot of people going to blame that on Big Mike. I think play calling involved that. I think execution was involved in that. But one is outrageous.
Listen, y'all can't shit on 20 Pollard for not being able to get into the end zone and then say we want Rico Dow back.
Sheesh. That boy said 1 rushing touchdown.
I'm sorry. He had 2.
Out.
He had 2. So
you might have well just left it at 1. Shit.
I listen. I went and found one for him, dog. That's how much I like him. I wouldn't have found him another rushing touchdown. That's my nigga.
Damn. Okay, I don't think the question is do we like Rico? I think the question is, do you like him enough?
I don't like nobody enough to stop me from getting better. Like, dog.
And the other question is, can you get a better rookie?
Yes. Listen, Rico Dow was an undrafted free agent. I'm talking about actually drafting running backs and using capital for them.
Then the last running back you drafted, who that is, chat? Not you, Hen. Who the last running back we drafted?
Don't do this to us.
Deuce don't count, so I'm not even talking about him.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Who the last running back we drafted? And then if you know who that is, tell me what year that was. And then tell me what year it is now.
Deuce doesn't count. I'm not counting.
Deuce don't count, bro. He didn't play running back for us. He didn't play for us. Like he's done nothing.
This man run a faster 40? Nope, it was slightly slower. All right, Travion Henderson is a 4.4.
JV, don't disrespect my intelligence like that, sir. You know what I'm saying? We just said Deuce don't count. He want to be, you try to be smart. You want my blood pressure to go up right now. That's what you're trying to do? I thought we was better than that, JV. Come on now.
Y'all are correct. Everybody saying Pollard, TP. It is Tony Pollard.
It's Tony Pollard. Now think about this now. I know that sounds like a dub moment type vibe, right? But think about this. The last running back we drafted was Tony Pollard, and that was in 2020.
2019, actually.
2019. Okay? So you mean to tell me we didn't even have no botched running backs that we drafted? You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't had no running backs that we tried and, you know what I'm saying, that didn't succeed or nothing? Like, we did not draft one? And people telling me we need O-line? And we just drafted 3 of them up last year?
3.
Y'all got to quit playing with me, man. Y'all got to quit playing with me. So you mean to tell me we ain't drafted a running back, a real live running back, since 2019?
Whew, Jesus.
But skill positions shouldn't be a priority.
I know, right? It's backwards to me, honestly. Because
now, all these, we have drafted wide receivers, but have we drafted them really?
no, because, bro, think about it. You haven't drafted a wide receiver in the top 3 rounds
Since Jalen Tolbert.
No, top 2 rounds.
In the top 2 rounds since CeeDee Lamb.
Exactly. So it's been 2020 since you spent a top 2 pick on a wide receiver. And we've seen so many other teams actually invest in that. We've seen the 49ers use a first-round pick on a wide receiver just last year, even though they already have, Brandon
3.
Ayuk and Deebo Samuels. And I know there's talks of them getting moved, but they already had guys. You know what I'm saying? We seen the Philadelphia Eagles, they spent a first-round pick on Devontae Smith, and then they traded to bring in A.J. Brown, and then they still have been trading for wide receivers.
Exactly. Just like Minnesota, they had the best receiver in the game and still went and got Jordan Addison.
Yeah, matter of fact, Minnesota spent a first-round pick on Jordan Addison, right?
Yes. They still went and drafted Jordan Addison. But Cowboy Nation saying CeeDee Lamb is enough.
No. Especially when you think about what everybody else has. Like, how do you want us to compete as a football team without getting more weapons?
Then guess what? The Eagles just drafted 2 dope-ass corners. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real, like, bro, we talking football. We hate the Eagles. We can't stand them boys. But if we talking football, we got to have an honest analysis. Them dudes drafted 2 dope-ass corners. So if they did that, how can we have a dope receiver and then an inferior receiver? We got to match wits with them. Am I right or wrong? Let me know if I'm speaking Spanish.
Habla.
No comprende? Is no comprende here?
No habla English.
Or am I speaking the fuego? Is it fire? Let me know. Because what I'm trying to figure out is the first thing you're supposed to compete with is what? Your division.
My daddy said, good to see you doing better, country.
I appreciate you, Mr. Hen, man. I appreciate you. But, Sir Hen, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody call him Ace. You just call him Ace.
Oh, okay, Mr. Ace. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, man. I'm just trying to see. The first thing you're supposed to build your team to compete with is your division. Them boys got 2 dope corners. And then we got CD and Jalen Tolbert and Mingo. Because guess what? We don't even got Brandon Cooks, do it.
He a free agent. And listen, a lot of y'all don't even like Jalen Tolbert like that. A lot of y'all don't even like him like that, dog.
If they only would have heard my cries last year, bro. I swear, bro, I ain't trying to act like I be right all the time. But last year, I was right. And I wasn't the only one that had that analysis. Him, man, me too. He supported the same thing. He felt like we needed skill positions as well.
Bro,
and tell me, was that not one of our greatest downfalls this year?
Who did I want in the draft, landlord?
The boy from LSU, right?
Brian Thomas.
Yeah.
And did he not have 1,100 yards this year?
He went crazy. Excuse me. Who do y'all remember who was my favorite back last year?
I remember, but let's go see the chat remembers.
When we first started evaluating talent last year, I came out and said, this dude was my favorite back out of the draft last year. I don't know if y'all real liquor store and trap supporters. Do y'all remember who I said? And then let me know the type of year he had. That's all I be wanting to know. Like, bro, if you didn't know, because it look like the answers coming in a little slow right now.
I'll say it. It's Bucky Irvin.
I said Bucky Irvin was my favorite back. I said this. Bucky Irvin went to Tampa Bay and went ballistic.
Matter of fact, let me pull up the numbers for our 2 guys real quick. Cause I gotta just read this out to y'all. Cause they both had a phenomenal season. Then
let's say, look, shout out to Kevin Hicks, cause he said you've been right for 3 years in a row. Look, he's not wrong. I ain't trying to say it. Shout out to Kevin Hicks, cause what did I say about Jameer Gibbs?
Grab him.
Everybody was saying, "Oh, landlord, you don't take a running back in the first."
And then they drafted 2.
I said, listen, boy, if you tell me Bijan Robinson is there at the bottom half of the first round, I'm drafting him. I went against everybody. I said, I don't care what you say. Then I said the same for Gibbs too. I said, bro, everybody talking about Bijan Gibbs like that. I seen every snap he played at Bama. I knew he was like that. You see what I'm saying? And then tell me what Jameer Gibbs did in this league.
Shit, I hear housing 60, 70-yard touchdowns against grown men.
He making it look like he's still in college. like he is shaking folks up, bro. It almost looked too easy. Or is it just me here? When you see Gibbs run, you like, bro, he make it look so easy, bro. Like dudes don't even be close to tackling him.
Nah. And listen, when you have an electric back like that, man, it has a multitude of sins. But back to your thoughts of Bucky Irvin. Kinfolk, he had 1,122 yards and 8 touchdowns on 207 carries.
How many touchdowns?
8. So that's 4 times more than what your boy gave you.
Oh my God, this dude went crazy. His first year, and then he was sharing carries.
All right, now Brian Thomas Jr., the wide receiver that I wanted. All right, the guy that I stood on the table for, went 6'3", ran a 4.3. 12. Oh, I did my boy dirty. He had 1,282 yards and 10 touchdowns as a rookie. Dog, Mac Jones was throwing the ball at one point.
Man, just imagine him with Dak and CD Lamb.
Yeah.
See, look, I know people gonna say, but landlord and Hen, he wasn't there for the Cowboys. Why the f you ain't move up
a spot? We didn't even ask you to go up nothing crazy. Like he literally went the pick before you took Tyler Guyton.
Ask yourself this: do you still feel the same? If I could tell you, if I could see the future, and I say, Tech is gonna be one of the greatest wide receivers we ever seen. I ain't saying that, but let's just say that's what we seen in the future with my future crystal ball, if I can say that.
Hey, hold on. Shout out to Miss Regina Green for the Cash App. I appreciate you for the love and support.
Salute, Miss Regina. We appreciate your support. But if I could tell you that, right, if I can guarantee you that he finna be like a mouse-type figure in this league, but I also told you the Cowboys let him slip away 2 picks ahead.
What?
I'm just saying, 2 picks ahead, 1 pick ahead. All you got to do is sacrifice a little to move up. This is the mindset I want us to get out of. We shouldn't be there just sitting on our hands, just taking what people give us. Go get something. What happened?
This man, you know I told you the dude ran a 4.38?
Yeah.
He ran again and got a 4.32.
Sheesh. Who that is?
Tootin out of Virginia Tech. He on my draft board now.
Now, just like Gentry. If Gentry is a transcendent generational back, that's gonna be like a stupid slap moment for most people in football because that's what he appears to be. We're not sure because you got to put it on NFL tape first. Mm-hmm. It's not 1,000% guaranteed just yet. So that's the only thing. But if Gentry come out here next year and run for 2,000 yards, everybody gonna be like, oh shit, that what he was doing in college. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be like, hey, that's what it looked like. But if we sit up here and he go and get drafted at 9,
well, it looks stupid. Or worse, landlord, you know what's worse than not moving up? If they're there and you pass on them.
That's that 30 for 30 I be talking about.
That's a 30 for 30.
That's that 30 for 30. About. You is not finna make a 30 for 30 about me, bro. I'm drafting him.
Cause dog, what if Ted McMillan is there for the Dallas Cowboys, and then he ends up being one of them guys? What if he ends up having a mouse like
Megatron career?
Yeah. What if he even if you Mike Evans? Mike Evans is a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Right. I see a lot of comps to him because of his size. I see a lot of comps of him to like Ted McMillan. Ted McMillan to T. Higgins. Big body wide receiver shit like that. It doesn't matter. Like I need wide receiver help, and he's there. I don't want them to overcomplicate this stuff like that, bro.
But Paul said, I don't see Gentry lasting past the 10th. Okay, if that's the truth, why should the Cowboys sit back and play? Like, if that's our ideal player, we should be desperately trying to get him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the point we had. If we think that he's not going to make it to 12, and he's the guy that we think is going to change our franchise, help us win a Super Bowl, then why are we sitting on our hands and not going to get him?
Exactly.
It's the same thing with free agency, which the Dallas Cowboys have also failed in doing. Like, you're a couple of pieces away every year, and instead of just getting the guy that's out there that you can just sign a check for and fix your team, we gamble on some cheap bullshit. We got to stop that.
Shout out to Ms. Regina on my end and Tricks on my end. We appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for the support.
Salute to y'all, man. And if y'all want to support, just make sure y'all hit the Cash Apps. They $ Henny the More and their $ Landlord 723. And listen, we still beefing with YouTube. They hate us, but they ain't stopped us from showing y'all love, man.
Y'all know. Yeah, it been a little rough to stay motivated, man. We'll be honest with y'all and transparent when we battling with YouTube trying to, get our monetization and stuff back. So, if you can show a little love, man, it really do go a long way with us trying to do this, man. Because, YouTube been on that bull lately, and we just trying to make it through. It shouldn't be too much longer. So, you know what I'm saying? We going to win in the end, but they just taking us through a lot of stuff.
All right, so let me answer my brother question. He said, has Mike Evans been great or just steady? All right, let me answer that. Because, that's a fair question. Because, you play a long time, you accumulate numbers. But let me just put this into perspective. He has been a 1,000-yard receiver every single year that he's been in the National Football League. His seasons go 1,051 yards and 12 touchdowns. 1,206 yards, 3 touchdowns. 1,321 yards and 12 touchdowns. 1,001 yards and 5. 1,524 yards.
Who this
and
is?
Mike Evans.
Good Lord.
1,157 yards and 8 touchdowns. 1,006 and 13. 1,035 and 14. 1,124 and 6. 1,255 and 13.
Then to throw him another bone, he ain't even been with the great quarterbacks like that. He played with Brady, but other than that, who else?
Winston.
Jameis Winston, you know, he the real 30 for 30. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy out of Birmingham, Belgium.
Then Baker the last 2 years.
I hate talking about Jameis because he's such a good dude. We love him out here, man. He #1 pick straight down the street, 10, 15 minutes down the street. That's my guy. But good Lord, he was a wild, loose cannon. Like, he gonna throw that ball, man.
Hey, that man, they asked him if anybody ever gonna break that record. No, he told them nobody gonna break that 30 interception record. They ain't got enough confidence.
Look, somebody said if you ain't throwing interceptions, you ain't trying hard enough.
He tried super hard.
Man, hey, Jameis wasn't no joke though. Like, but you seen the talent that got him drafted #1. But you also
Heisman winner.
You see what I'm saying? You knew he was like that, but you just seen it was like he just had too much aggression and confidence at sometimes. Like, he kind of remind you of a Black Romo or somebody. Like, Romo used to try anything.
And everything.
Romo try anything. That's why he was my dude. Cause a receiver, we want you to try anything. Like, hey, throw that bitch to me, bro.
Okay.
Straight up, throw it to me.
Oh, shout out to Donald Holmes too for the Cash App, my brother. I seen it. I appreciate it.
Salute to Dono, man. He one of the real ones. He one of the rare ones, man. He usually send it on both ends. So, hey, thanks in advance or even for the pass. I appreciate you, man.
Indeed, man. Shout out to Miss Regina Green as well. You are goated. Like, all y'all really goated, man. Y'all,
yeah.
Listen, y'all.
They rocking with us after a
Saturday.
terrible season on a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? It's looking a little gloomy. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what the future finna hold for the Cowboys, but the real one's still standing 10 toes down, and they rocking out with us, man. So we appreciate y'all.
And salute to my guy, man, Mr. Richburg. Long time no see. Glad you're doing well, my brother. Always good to see that you're with us and rocking, my guy.
Salute.
Yeah, 30 pieces is crazy, though. That man.
30 interceptions is like, my God.
Man, we got folks tapping in from Kenya. Y'all some real ones.
From
man.
Kenya? Good Lord.
From Kenya.
My name is Walter. Man. I'm from Kenya and a big fan, man. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you for coming through and showing love, man. We
Salute.
Appreciate it. We do appreciate it, man. You a real one.
I'm going to have to go out, though.
Hey, I really do hear like the nightlife is great in Africa.
Hey, yeah, I'm going to have to go out, though.
Like, I
like to travel, man. I like to travel.
I gotta listen. If I gotta go out of the country, I might well go see the motherland.
Hampton running a 447 is insane.
It's great.
He already got the jukes. Like, he got everything. He's the all-around dude I'm talking about. You want somebody dynamic. You want somebody who gonna make somebody touch earth and get yards that he don't supposed to get. That's who he is for me.
Mm-hmm. And I love it too. Now, Caleb Johnson hurt my heart, man. I didn't think he gonna run that slow.
The Scatterboo dude, what his name is from Iowa?
Run.
He ain't gonna run?
He knew better.
We know he's slow. It's like, if you want my services, you know what I bring to the table.
This nigga like, listen, I done ran for 50,000 yards. I got all this tape. You ain't finna watch me run. Y'all know I ain't fast, but you know I'm finna make it work too, though.
I forgot to shout out the intro guy that she had said something that I ain't touch on air yet. She said that would be overly aggressive. We are selectively aggressive. Stephen Jones said that's the most Stephen Jones' thing to ever say, right?
Selectively aggressive.
Selectively aggressive.
Hey, listen. If the thing, you know what's wrong with the...
It's an oxymoron. Go ahead.
Let me say this. Do you know what's wrong with what he said? Is that Stephen Jones said it. Because if anybody else had said that we believed in them, it's the same thing as a calculated risk. It's like you don't take every risk out there. You calculate the risk and then you execute. But this is the thing, because of Stephen Jones, it sounds like another way to be cheap. It's because of who the fuck said it.
Yeah, the
Select-
character of the person does. Yeah.
Because being aggressive, you don't always you don't be aggressive every time. Cause you gotta be selectively aggressive when you play quarterback, right? Like you can't you can't take every tight window throw.
I was finna make a real obscene joke.
Oh, you can go for it.
It ain't Sunday, so I'm finna do it. I'm finna let it fly. I don't care.
He said it ain't Sunday, so we gonna do it.
I'm finna let it fly. Like, if a normal dude says something, like, you know what I'm saying, I told that girl, you know what I'm saying? But if Diddy would have said it, you like, oh, shit, oh, Lord.
Shit.
Call the authorities. If Diddy said, that's a whole nother thing, you know what I'm saying? So the character of the person do matter about the context of the statement. Yes, it do. It do.
This the cheapest nigga we know.
If Jeffrey Dahmer say he hungry, you know what I'm saying? Compared to me and him, like, hey, that's a different danger level right there. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean you hungry?
Shit, ain't you ate enough?
You gotta look him up and down at that. He's like, hey, what you mean you hungry?
But for real though, the reason I got a problem with it, I'm sure Steven is just so annoying. It's to the point. It's ridiculous. But at the same time, I feel like it's still an oxymoron. It's contradicting itself. Cause guess what? If you trying to be selectively aggressive, to me that means you overthinking the risk. And aggressiveness is risky. So when will you be aggressive? Like you just can't calculate that to that degree, I feel like. Like maybe to a slight degree, you can do the calculated risk type stuff. But a risk is a risk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna have to take a risk. You can't have, it's just like saying you gonna take a safe risk. It's no such thing as a safe risk. You see what I'm saying? Like a risk is a risk. It's gonna have a level of uncertainty attached to it. It is what it is, bro. Are you gonna take it or not? So somebody that's selectively aggressive, he might not never be aggressive. Like that. That's why I feel like it's an oxymoron to me.
Well, see, he didn't say non-aggressive. He said selectively aggressive. That's why what I'm saying, man. Like, if Bill Belichick had said this shit, niggas be like, we gonna get at least one wide receiver. We're gonna get at least one weapon. We're gonna get at least one something. And then we'll do the Patriot way with everything else. It's because I'm telling you, because of Stephen Jones. Listen.
The Diddy conversation was just wild. Like, it's true though. It's true though.
He said, damn, Angie Stone died?
What you mean?
They said R.P. Angie Stone.
Shout out to Mr. Richburg for the cash out. We appreciate you, sir.
Salute to Mr. Richburg. I see you on my end too, man. I wasn't paying attention because I was trying to see.
Angie Stone passed away?
Know what they saying? Hold on now. Let me Google this shit.
You gotta fact check everything these days.
Boy, they killed me a couple times, so I gotta see. I'm not even famous. They're like, oh, R.P.
Yeah.
Like what?
They say she dies at 63. Damn. R.I.P. Miss Angie Stone.
No, hold on. No.
That's crazy.
No. R.I.P. man.
In a car accident too, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Lord, that's so unfortunate. Damn. Them be the hardest deaths, boy. Something unexpected.
Man, it's sad, dog.
Random. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's rough, man. R.I.P. Prayers for her family, man.
Yeah.
Man, but
yeah, if Diddy say he gonna take that, you know what I'm saying? We gotta bring it back to some lighthearted stuff, Lord.
Yeah, Jesus.
If I say I'm gonna take that, you might think I'm finna strong arm rob you. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna think about nothing, you know.
No molestation was ever.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna think like that. But if Diddy say he gonna take that, you like, shit. Let me get my gun. I'm finna.
It's going down.
I can't allow this to happen. Like, no.
Man.
But yeah.
Well, that's what I feel. Cause like, I feel like there's certain risks you take. You know, I feel like there's certain risks that you take and certain risks that you won't. Because, you know, I don't think that the Eagles make every single trade, but, you know, they make trades. You know, they make the ones that they think is going to be the most beneficial. They don't give a fuck about the end result.
The consequences. I said at the same time, to me, bro, I feel like we should be at the point to where We just want to swing. I ain't saying go do nothing dumb. But Cowboy Nation, I think we should come together collectively and come to the decision that if they do swing and it's not immediately successful, we shouldn't do them dirty, bro. We should just be like, it is what it is. You don't hit every time you swing. I just want us to swing. I don't want us to hold the bat shaking in our boots. You know what I'm saying? You gotta swing. You will never hit a home run in a bunt formation. You will never do it. It'll never happen. You see what I'm saying? Show me one person that hit a home run off a bunt. It's not gonna happen. That's all I'm saying. You gotta swing, bro. Swing for the fences. Ain't that what they tell you in baseball? Swing for the fences. Let it go. Scared money don't make no money. We got these sayings to let people know, stop acting like a you know what. You know what I'm saying? Grow a pair.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Hold on. Oh, I'm tripping.
Salute Todd in the building. I ain't seen you in a minute, my boy. What a lot card said. I ain't seen them in a minute. Salute to your folks, man. Let them know we ain't seen y'all in a minute. Salute to y'all.
Yeah, y'all spend
Lot cards
man.
used to come in deep.
The whole family, we love
They all support too. But yeah, man, that selectively aggressive stuff. Somebody said he should have just said aggressive. No, he wants you to be cautious. Selectively aggressive mean we going after who? Amari Cooper. Players of that ilk, like somebody who's damn near washed.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Would that really be aggressive? What if it's not? What if it's not there? What if it's they gonna trade for somebody? What if it's a trade or not really free agency? That's the most aggressive thing that they do. That's aggressive in their mind.
I was just about to say, I think we gotta evaluate what is aggression to him. He is the least aggressive dude we know.
I think trading is the most aggressive thing. That's shit they don't ever do. Is trade for players. So trading for Myles Garrett might be the most aggressive thing he ever done. And
living on the edge for Stephen Jones might mean he don't got his seatbelt on. We don't know. That's living on the wild side for him.
Now listen, they did. This is the same team that gave up a first round pick for Amari Cooper, and that was
living on the edge.
They were living on the edge. Now we ain't gonna act like he ain't never did it. He just don't do it enough. Like we talk about some shit that happened 7 years ago.
I think they still had that smartest guy in the room syndrome, but it just worked because they was right that time. Because nobody thought that was a good deal. Nobody. Everybody thought the Cowboys got fleeced in that deal. They had all kind of reports, and everybody on these media platforms was saying the Cowboys was out of their mind for doing that.
Hold on. Would you do this? I would do it, though. Would you
What?
trade for Jair Alexander?
For a fifth? Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's be more realistic. Would you give up if you need to draft a corner anyway, would you take former Pro Bowl level Jair Alexander right now for your third?
For a third? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would. He got a little injury stuff going on, but I trust him. I think he'll be able to perform, especially on the side of another good corner.
Yeah, we'll have like 4 of them bitches. If you keep him and Jordan Lewis.
Is Trey going to be back?
Eventually, he under contract.
I'm talking about this season.
Yeah, he should be. Like in the middle of the season. He might even be back towards the beginning of it. But this is the thing.
And will he be Trayvon Diggs?
That's my next point.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
That's my next point I was finna get at. Like, if Trey is injured, I don't want to see Trey until he's completely healthy. I don't want to see shit from Trey until he's completely healthy, dog. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Joe said even El Professor been missing. I ain't seen my guy El Professor in a long time either. My bad.
Bro, I ain't seen my boy either, man.
I ain't seen El Professor in a minute, man. I'm gonna have to hit him up.
Dog, it might be the season of the season to stretch these people out.
The season then took everybody through there. I don't know if y'all familiar with that term, but we say down through there.
Yep.
Took them down through there.
And
That
like-
mean you done had it rough.
And if you're wondering, down through there is not a real location. But, you all you have been. If you alive, you done been.
Yeah. If you adult living life, more than likely you done
You
been
been
took
down
down
through
through there before. Hey, that rough patch in your life, that's what we mean. He ain't talking about, it's not an actual location. That's like the best way to describe it.
I didn't want them to know, bro.
Yeah. It's metaphorical. You know what I'm
Niggas
saying?
be like, where?
Let us know if you ever heard that phrase, man. I know a lot of y'all might be in the South. Yeah, he said we say that in Memphis. Yeah, it's a Southern term for sure.
It's definitely a country thing.
Yeah. Yeah, tough sled.
Tough sliding, yeah. Boy.
Took down through there. The Cowboys took us down through there last year. That's the greatest example.
He
The
said,
Cowboys, the season, the stress, and everything of the season, it took us down through there. All right.
He said that he got a $25 million cap hit restructuring. He got like 2 years left on that deal. Restructuring.
I want y'all to know, like I said, we said this before. I want y'all to understand. The Cowboys fan base is the only ones who capologists. Like, we the only ones that know all this stuff.
We know
Like,
too
bro,
much.
you can get who you want. My boy B-Bird sliding through. What up, B-Bird?
What's up with your bird, man?
All right. But y'all, this all it is, y'all. When we see y'all talking about selectively aggressive stuff, like, oh, it's going to cost this much. It's going to cost that much. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. The only thing is, man, all it is you just going to have to sacrifice a little of your future. That's it. That's all it means. Then the cap just went up how many million? Like 17 million or
A
something?
lot.
The cap just went up like 20-something million, I believe. Like $21 million. Look it up so we can be accurate, man. Hold on.
I got it on my phone, so don't worry about it.
The cap just went up like at least $20 million.
The cap goes up every time. That's why people don't care, bro. Matter of fact, I'm finna put a whole thesis out on this motherfucker if I can find the right cap stuff.
Then guess what? Everybody talking about the Eagles gonna pay because they did all this and that. Guess what? They might not.
Might not
The
work.
way they structure these contracts, it's so far down the road that the cap gonna take care of a lot of it.
Oh yeah, it's a
Is
wrap,
the
bro.
gambling money even in effect yet?
I don't think so.
The gambling money got to be in effect. It's going to be more TV contracts. It's going to be bigger. They got to renegotiate a lot of contracts. Like, man, worrying about future money is ridiculous if you actually trying to win now.
Man, that shit wild.
We up here worried about the bills in next January. You know what I'm saying? January 1st, 2026 rent has no bearing on what you should be doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got so many opportunities to make that money. Like, come on now. That shouldn't keep you from buying them shoes. You know what I'm saying? Look, January 2026 rent should not be stopping you from buying the new flu games that just came out this week. You know what I'm saying? Today. That shouldn't have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Cowboys think. I don't want to buy these shoes because, I got to pay the rent in 2026. You know what I'm saying?
Like, nigga, what you mean?
That's
have to pay the rent
$200.
You have to pay the rent any damn way. Why were you not prepared?
Nigga, that's $200. Like, what is you talking about?
Yeah, that don't make sense. The
So that's
Cowboys-
why we need to get rid of all that cap talk in Cowboy land. Like,
Listen,
screw the cap. That's
the
what we
cap-
need to be saying.
the
At this
Cowboys
point,
complain about shit that they
the
know
cap.
coming. Like they complain about the light bill every month. Like, nigga, you know you need
you
light.
knew it. Look, I might get me some merch. Straight up F the cap. I don't care nothing about your cap, bro. Real talk. I don't care nothing about your cap. So it's almost like, say for instance, if you on a mission and you trying to, like, you got an account or whatever, and he telling you that your future money is stopping your present money. Like, it don't make sense. It just don't make sense. You know how much money you got coming in. You know what I'm saying? You know at least that much. So he can't tell you what you can or can't afford 10 years ahead. Like, bruh, you don't know what's gonna happen. I might get more businesses. I might, you know what I'm saying? I might get better. So
You know the
I
worst
just
part
think
about
we need to say F the cap. That need to be Cowboy Nation motto for 2025, 2026, and beyond. F the cap, because guess what? The cap is gonna just make you be conservative and scared to shoot. And scared
Nah.
to swing, like we say.
The cap is a fall guy. The cap ain't did shit. I'm getting tired of the cap being the fall guy for the Dallas Cowboys being hoes. Cause I'm looking at it right now. Let me show you something, landlord.
Let's do it.
I'm finna try and download this real quick and put it up. Cause hold on, this fucking phone tripping. Give me 2 seconds so I get the shit on here. But they treating the cap like a fall guy. I don't like this shit. Cause the cap ain't did nothing to nobody, but be there and make the world a better place. That's what the cap has done. The cap has made the world a better place.
Man, this cap gonna go up automatically every year.
Let me show you.
So look, in 1 year, just for instance, this is 1 year. From 2024 to 2025, it just went up how much?
From 255 to 279.
So that's like over 20, right?
Yes.
That's 1 year. That's damn near a premium player right there. So count that over the span of 5 years.
And landlord, you forget something. A lot of these guys, when you sign the contracts, they're not going to get like a $20 million cap hit that year.
Yeah. You can stretch it out.
Like, dog, that's what the signing bonuses that don't affect the cap come in. You could have gave them a $80 million contract and gave them 40 of it up front. You could have gave them 40 up front. That's why a lot of these guys be like, oh, this is a $30 million play. And then you look at their cap hit, it's like $15 million.
$8 million.
Like, yeah, like they got the shit structured.
Just like Jalen Hurts. If you look at Jalen Hurts' contract, his contract ain't like that for real.
Nah.
His cap hit started coming like, his real concerning cap hit like 2029 and shit.
Exactly.
Like, real talk. Like, that's a long time from now. And just imagine if the cap go up $21 million, $22 million, $30 million on these good years. That money it's gonna even out. It's gonna flush out.
All right. So I don't know if how well y'all eyes is working and shit, but this is the cap, right? This is the cap, and forever has been the cap. I think this is the cap since they started doing it back in the 90s, right? What have you noticed? What do you notice about the cap here, landlord? You can speak.
What I do notice is it's going up every year.
Oh, okay. So you're
every single year it went up. Not 1 year did it not go up.
The only year it did not go up is the COVID year, and then it went right back up.
Hold up, what? That's 2020.
2018. 2019. Yeah.
It still went up.
Yeah, 2020 to 2021 when it dropped. So it was 198 in 2020.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's COVID. That's the only year.
COVID year. So it was 190. It was 198 in 2020. It was 182 in 2021, and then it jumped right back up to 208 in 2022. It jumped to 224 in 2023. It jumped over $30 million last year. People don't want to talk about it. It jumped up $31 million last year when we were fighting Dak Prescott about some fucking money. Then this year it's going to jump from 255 to 279, which is a $24 million increase. Guess what? It's supposed to be over $30 million next year. In 2026, it's supposed to be over $300 million. The cap supposed to be over $300 million, and we up here talking about pie.
And future contracts and shit.
The truth of the matter is, you have professional mathematicians and capologists that can pretty much tell you exactly how much the cap will increase over time so that you can backload these contracts to effectively build the teams that you want. That's
and then on top of that, you got other ways to stretch the money and manipulate the cap. This just one. We just telling you automatically you going to have this money.
Yeah, because you know what the cap was going to be. So this is my whole thing about the thing. Don't tell me about the cap and how hard it is when that is your fucking job. I don't want to hear about how hard your job is. You can't do the fucking job. We gonna treat you like the players and get somebody else in the motherfucker that can do the job then.
Fact.
It is your job to find a way to be flexible and creative and sign players and build a contender within the cap. And the truth of the matter is the cap is increasing so much, it's really a mute point to even be arguing about it.
Facts. That's why we saying, and it's just one way. It's just appreciating over the years. It's on auto. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about that. So on top of this right here, you can restructure people. You can backload contracts. You can have void years. It's so many ways you can manipulate this cap to work in your favor. But all we hear is excuses why we can't do stuff. And then we look out the window and see everybody else playing. You know what I'm saying? You know the meme I'm talking about. SpongeBob peeking out the window and Squidward and them out there just having the time of their life. That's us.
Yeah, that's Squidward looking out. He was hating on SpongeBob.
Yeah. You know what I mean. Like, they just having the time of their life, and we in the house looking through the blinds. That's why we like, dang, the Eagles did this. Dang, the Eagles did this. Like, I said this the other day. I said, let's be honest, y'all. The moves that we was hearing about the Eagles was making, every time we like, dang, the Eagles just did what? You know what I'm saying?
Like, they did who an Eagle now?
They got who? Damn, they got both of the Georgia dudes? Damn. They got him? What
you mean they got Captain America?
We just figured that it wasn't going to work because they the stupid Eagles. Like, they going to screw it up some kind of way. But we can't knock the moves and the aggressiveness that they was displaying to us. We know how we reacted. Like, let's be real. We like, oh, shit, they did this. Oh, they got two of the best corners in the draft? Like, what? Like, we reacted like that. But we just figured, like, it's the Eagles. It's Jalen Hurts. Them. They ain't going to do nothing, though. But they is doing some good stuff. You see what I'm saying? So we just got to look at it like that, man, with an honest eye, man, and just tell the truth. Like, and think about us. What moves did we make to us so we could say, oh, my God, the Cowboys did what?
None. Not a damn thing. Also, I want to answer my boy a question real quick. He said, my question is, will the overpay for Osa stop the Cowboys from extending Micah, thus forcing his trade? No. Because, one, Osa isn't going to be overpaid. The amount of money that was leaked to the public, because we don't know the real numbers, is actually below the franchise tag for defensive tackles. So they're talking about paying Osa below market value. He still would be in the top 10, but he wouldn't be like one of the higher paid players at his position, right? Secondly, we just talked about the salary cap increasing over time. You actually save money by giving Michael Parsons an extension. You save money by giving him an extension, so it really doesn't affect your cap. It actually positively affects your cap for this year. Secondly, you can always restructure Dak Prescott, CD Lamb, and a multitude of other players to create cap space. You can get another $37 million by extending Dak Prescott, another $20 by restructuring CD Lamb, another $9 by restructuring Terrence Steele. And listen, you ain't got to do the other ones. Let's just say you went that route. You restructured Dak, you restructured CD, and you restructured Terrence Steele. If we do the quick little math, 37 plus 20 is 57. 57 plus 9 is what? Is that not 66?
Yep.
You will have, and I didn't even count the little 0.5s or the 0.2s, but that's $66 million in cap space you can create just by restructuring the contracts of people that you already have under contract, moving money down the line like we just talked about. So now you can spend money this year. Even if all the guys you sign are on 2-year deals, you can go out and get the best players humanly possible, pay them for 2 years, and then reset. You can bring Myles Garrett in and just have him for 2 years and extend your window, right? You could bring in Stephon Diggs and Amari Cooper and then also draft a wide receiver and then go all in for these 2 years. Like, you can do a lot of things. You can do a lot of things to help yourself. So the Dallas Cowboys can create cap space, and I actually didn't mean to say extend. You can restructure Dak Prescott. Y'all know what the fuck I meant.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk about them using it. Listen, they can do anything, and use it as an excuse. We can't stop them from using it as an excuse. Only thing that we can do is highlight that it's bullshit and that they're lying to you. Because they got the ability to create cap space. They got the ability to pay people. You know, we just as people in new media and then the folks, out there in traditional media just got to hold the Dallas Cowboys' feet to the fire. When they say stupid shit, you got to just no, you're lying. Why are you lying to me in public like this in front of God and your mama?
All right.
That's the shit you got to hit them niggas with. Why are you lying to me in front of the world when I understand how the cap work? It's not rocket science. You can pay people now by taking a little bit from the future, and because the future you'll be printing money is really a moot point. Your fans don't care that you're the most most appraised franchise in the league. We don't care how much the Dallas Cowboys are worth. We care that we haven't been to a championship game, since dinosaurs walked the earth. We care about the fact that the Eagles, our arch rivals, have just won their second Super Bowl in 8 years. We care that the Washington Commanders made it to a championship game, first year with a new owner and a new quarterback, and we still sitting here talking about fucking pie. We do not
Talking
care.
about cap.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck about the cap. We don't give a fuck about y'all. When we became fans of the Dallas Cowboys, we will then say, "Oh man, we just love the Joneses. Fuck the Joneses. We care about the star. We give a fuck about them niggas." So that's my thing. Like, we don't even give a fuck about y'all. We just want y'all to do the right thing and stop fucking our team up. Before somebody
Man, that might be the new merch. F the Joneses and F the cap. Straight up. Because I'm sick of that, bro. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about no cap no more. I'm done.
Like, dog,
you get to talking cap to me, I'm tuning out. I might get immature like a little kid, put my fingers over my ears and la. I might do all that. I'm immature now. Like, screw that.
Yeah, for real. Because listen, their fans old enough with the Joneses were not the fucking. They were not the owners of the franchise. My daddy did not become a Dallas Cowboys fan because of the Joneses. My daddy is old enough to have watched Roger the Dodger and them boys back in the day.
And you want to know something crazy? We sitting up here talking about all the cap stuff and all of that, and other teams ain't even speaking like that. Like I told you, we know too much about the cap. Me and he know it damn near everything it is to know about the cap. And that just come from us being Cowboy fans.
Researching at this point, because that's all they talk about is the cap. Like, oh, well, he said we ain't got no cap, and you look like, damn, they can make a whole lot of cap. But
you can make a lot of money out of this cap if you restructure and move money around. Like, bro, I don't want to hear nothing else about no cap, man. Because guess what? If you talking about cap, you talking about future. That's an automatic future problem.
And listen, if you don't win football games, you have no future. But the issue is that doesn't hold true for the Joneses because they're the owners and they're also the managers, and they don't work like that. General managers be getting whacked all the time. Them boys be getting whacked like mob bosses.
Yeah, we need some interruption in here. But man, I gotta go pick up my little boy, man, and take him to go get a haircut real quick. So I'm gonna have to wrap this up, man. But it was a good show, man. It was a lot of good points, and it's a lot of stuff I be having to get out my chest. I'm sorry, Cowboys be frustrating me.
Man, they piss me off every day. So you know what it is, man. But I'm
gonna tell y'all right now, if we don't get 1 and 2, I don't really care how I go. Pick one, better be a skill position. It better be wide receiver or running back, or I'm tapping out. I need in that order. If you don't address it in free agency in a major way.
I mean, dog, the only wide receiver I even care about getting. Matter of fact, let me see something.
You wouldn't take Luther Burton?
I'm talking about you said free agency.
Oh yeah. I said like if you address it and get a big dog like a T. Higgins or somebody,
dog. Let's keep it real. These are the free agent wide receivers.
I don't even want them dudes.
Nigga, one of your guys is on this list.
I don't even want them.
Devontae Turpin is on this list.
I want Turpin as a returner, not a receiver.
Well, that's the thing, dog. He's one of the top free agent wide receivers.
Keenan Allen, what Keenan Allen did? All these dudes washed. DeAndre Hopkins dropping wide open passes and stumbling over
I
himself.
also think D. House said he retiring, so he don't even need to be on this list.
Amari Cooper, he just ain't doing nothing no more. I don't know what it is with him. Stephon Diggs, injury prone. Godwin might be okay.
Godwin come off a major injury. That's why he even on the list.
Him and T. Higgins probably the only things that could be. But I need somebody to challenge to be like a number two, like a dominant number two. I think Godwin maybe at this point in his career, he might be like trending down to be a 3. After all the injuries and stuff.
I think the same too.
I don't want look, shout out to Boss Cowboy, because when he played that what Bill Walsh said. I want your good years. Like, you might be able to play 7 years, but I want a good 4. I want a good 5 of your years. You can have them other 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be the worst you gonna be them last 2 years. I don't want you over there. I want your good years. So, Chris Godwin is probably more likely that he going towards his bad years. I don't want it to be with my star on the helmet. I'm sorry.
No, you ain't said nothing wrong.
Just imagine we get Stephon Diggs now, and he just sorry now.
Man, he got a weird case right now. I ain't want that boy over here.
See though, leave him where he at.
That man got a case about trying to take some booty.
Ah man, I don't know nothing about that.
I'm telling you about it.
What is up with these millionaire weirdos, man? I don't know what's going on with these dudes.
This nigga said, and listen, I ain't never been accused of taking no ass, so I don't know how you even end up in a situation like this.
That's too. I don't think you should, as a man, I don't think you should ever be accused of being, one of them letter boys, or doing something like that and be innocent afterwards. Like,
but this the thing. Like, he tried to take some man butt. They said,
Lord.
Like, they said that he was trying to take some booty from a man.
Yeah, it's time to go. We got to sign out on that one.
No, we gotta let people know why this nigga don't need to be in Dallas.
Yeah, we don't need no booty bandits in Dallas. We good.
Cause they said, and listen, I'm gonna start looking at his brother a little sideways. I know
what that boy said. Booty more important than water. That boy said in prison, booty more important than water. Oh my God. Man. I would never go to that place. You crazy. Never. I've been living straight. I've been living crime free ever since I heard that.
Like, boy,
Lord, that ain't the place for me.
I'm meditating right now.
I like women too much. That's not the place for me. I'm good.
And this is funny because like that shit is just weird, man. I don't want that shit around the Cowboys. Like, I don't need this shit to be true. And he playing for my team. And when it come out, he doesn't need.
I'd be the most angry dude in the world in prison, boy. I'd be fighting mad every day, just cause I gotta be around y'all every day. Man, I'm going straight in your jaw. Straight up, I'm mad as hell every day. Y'all crazy.
That's crazy as fuck.
But yeah, man, we gonna get with y'all, man. Y'all already know where to holler at your boy. I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media, man. Y'all tap in for the win. Double tap the screen for the team. Hit the like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. You know the sayings, man. Y'all holler at your boy.
And it's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. Keep that weird shit away from the Cowboys. We go through way too much as it is already. God bless America. God bless the Cowboys, and fuck the Joneses.
Facts.
Also, let's say a prayer. Lord, please do not let the Dallas Cowboys mess up the draft.
Please.
We know how important it is. I am a diehard fan, and this is one of my pastimes, one of my happy places. Please don't let the Dallas Cowboys ruin that for me this year, Father Lord. In Jesus' name we pray, God. Amen.